Please, Mr. Schierholz, the floor is yours. How is your assessment of the situation?
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for your words. That was very effective and very synthetic, very shortcut, but very pregnant. Well, first of all, myself, I come from Milan, and Milan is, as probably you all know, the capital of Lombardy. And for some bad destiny, Lombardy was the region that was hitten the most by the virus. It was very, very bad hitten, very bad hit. And just think that in Lombardy there are the 30% of the infected people are in Lombardy of all, the whole country, and 50% of the deaths happened in Lombardy. And this with the Lombardy having a population of 1/6 of the entire country. So Lombardy was not only very bad hitten, but was also hitten for the first. So basically Lombardy was the first country outside Asia to be hitten. If I remember correctly, the first obviously was China, the second was Korea, and then it came to Italy. We're talking about globally. Okay, so what happened is that, of course, it was a very, very bad surprise, actually a nightmare, and that is one of the reasons that led to these terrible numbers. And other reasons could be also that it was a very mild winter. There was and very dry. There was no rain, no snow in the winter, in the month of December and January, and also for this reason the air pollution was very bad. And experts says that it is combined. These factors combine all together. So, and Lombardy is also the engine, the economical engine, the industrial engine of the country. Okay, of course, together with Emilia-Romagna, with Veneto, but Lombardy is the spot, let's say. So this tragedy that happened in Lombardy is obviously very hardly affecting our national economy, and unfortunately, Lombardy was hit and so bad that still it is. The situation is quite critical. I mean, it's going much better. Nationally speaking, the curve is slowing down. Actually, today, I'm happy to tell you that today is the first day when there were no new infections. I mean, not no new infections, but there were not, increasing infections. So that is for the first time. But it is regionally very different, as I told you, because these dates I gave you about Lombardy are completely different, for example, than in other regions, like in Basilicata and Umbria. Today, there was 0 infections. I mean, there was no infected people at all. So, so in Lombardy, they I don't know how, but they assume that the rate of no infection will be reached on the 28th of June. So there is a huge difference. Unfortunately, the productive center is Lombardy and not Basilicata or Umbria, which are beautiful regions, but but for our let's say for our topic, a little different. And so the lockdown will last officially until the 4th of May. But probably it's not official. The government is still deciding exactly what to do, but probably there will be a different let's say exit strategy for each region. Italy is a kind of a semi-federal state. Okay, so somehow similar to Germany, somehow similar to France, something in between. About the healthcare system is completely left to the different Länder, you would call it in Germany. So So Lombardy, for example, decide for itself, and all the other one as well. So a different, luckily, a different situation is in Lazio. Excuse me, in Lazio as well, sure. But in Veneto, which is also a very important region for the economy, which is recovering much faster and had less, let's say, was hit with less severity than Lombardy. Actually, what happened in Veneto is that right now, and I think for several days, half of the whole companies are already producing, are already working again. Okay, despite of the lockdown. In Lombardy, I have no dates. I can imagine that some are in Lombardy, but the percentage is much lower for sure. Obviously, lockdown didn't affected all sectors. Some sectors were left open intentionally all over the country. It had to be, of course, like of course health, connected with the health system companies, or logistic companies for in some extent, etc., where are still open and were always open. And of course also supply chains for food, etc. So we are really looking forward for our government to tell us within this week. That's what they promised, and that's what they will do. How the phase 2 will happen and exactly when. Of course, the big concern is everywhere. Is that the virus strikes back, and that's why there is this attention, because there is no point in reopening and then having a virus striking back. This is the concern. We, as the ambassador said, we definitely have to rethink about our system. Mobility is an issue, obviously, because we cannot afford rush hour definitely anymore, where millions of people get together on public transportations, etc. And this is the same everywhere. Mask will not be enough, definitely will not be a solution. And as probably Benny Sorensen will tell us later, digitalization will be definitely a very important resource. It's already like that. By the way, in a few minutes, I have a meeting, as I said before. I'm a lawyer. I have a meeting with an expert of the court, two lawyers, and expert of the parties. So 6-7 people from different parts of Italy, and we will do this, of course, on Skype. Okay, this is getting normal. This is, I think, very convenient, because it's definitely very good for the environment, and this will be probably something that will very much change our way of working, because as we all know, we had an incredible amount of people traveling around. For example, going to Berlin to work to BVNW and living somewhere else in Rhineland, or in South Germany or wherever. So this probably will change a bit, and which is not bad, actually.
Thank you so much for your kind assistance. You have to rush to other meetings. And
yes, just let me add a final word, which I really would like to say. I'm German Italian, and so my heart is beating for both sides, let's say.
Wonderful, yeah.
I think that this week something very important is going to happen. I'm talking about the meeting in Brussels with all the government chiefs about the financiation of the coronavirus crisis. And I really, really hope that Germany will meet this appointment with the history, because this point is dramatically important.
Yeah.
If countries like Italy, but also Spain and France, will be let down for economical reasons
Yeah.
by Germany. I'm not talking about the other countries like Netherlands and Austria, because they will follow at the end of the day.
Mm.
But if Germany doesn't take this opportunity to show their openness and generosity,
Mm.
this will be something effective, very effective. The public opinion in Italy is already very, let's say, how to say, negative,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And even if Italy wouldn't go out of the EU right away, it will be like if you live in a marriage and do something tremendous to
Yeah.
your companion,
Yeah.
and then you just don't do anything to make
Yeah.
it better, and
Yeah.
this would mean that at the first occasion your companion will leave.
Yeah.
So I really hope that Germany will take this. This is the time of the truth.
Yeah.
I hope that this will be understood, and Germany shows to be really the leader of Europe, which we dramatically need in this time of the history.
I think our leadership is